Let me say a good Monday morning to one and all. Tuning to Classic Radio 105, 105.5, 105.9 on the FM dial. Good morning to you. Let me say good morning to those of you who are viewing GBN TV, whether it's Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 20. Good morning. How are you doing? It's Monday, the 30th day of December 2024. The countdown is on before we get to 2025. A matter of after today, then tomorrow. Yeah. We get down to 2025. And I certainly hope all had a wonderful holidays. Yes, I hope you did enjoy your Christmas. That was the last time I said hello to everyone. It was leading up to Christmas Day. Certainly hope you did enjoy that. And you're looking forward towards 2025 to come. Let me say good morning once again to those of you via social media platforms, whether it's the Facebook page, YouTube channels. Good morning to you. Welcome once again. And certainly hope all is well. We're going to have an open line this morning, which means you listeners and viewers, you have the option of calling in 435. You know the numbers by now. 435. It's on your screen if you're looking at your television screen right now. You should see the number there. 435-2041. I'm your host, GT. Yes, and I'll be you until it's 10 a.m. this morning. We, of course, no specific topic to deal with this morning. The lines are open. You can call in, share your views, share your concerns, what you're looking forward to in 2025 to come. We still have today and tomorrow to, of course, talk about that. But feel free to do so. Those of you who want to call in via the WhatsApp, do so also. 435-2041. You want to lay a comment via the WhatsApp, do that also. Comment via the, Facebook comment section. You can do that also, and I will certainly read them out this morning. I have already logged into the Facebook, so I will be able to do that for you this morning. Don't forget, keep your contribution short. Yeah, sometimes you do have a lot to say. Sometimes there are others who are trying to getting out also. So I beg of you to do that. Don't forget the devices in the background. Turn them off, please, before you call, and we'll have a smooth flow of things this morning. Let's go to the phone line. Our first caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
God, good day. Be a blessed day to you and the whole nation. We should take a page from Barbados. Good morning. Sarcasm weed and the way some rum makes excellent gas and energy. And we should take that in consideration. The powers that be, the government that's talking about gas and oil, they should add that to the list. Barbados was hit by the same storm July 1st, and now they're taking the sarcasm weed and the waste from the rum and making energy. That should be the first quarter. The government should take that in consideration and make that service cheaper for us in Grenada. Have a blessed New Year.
Have the same to you. Goes out to you, sir. Have a good morning and all the best. 435-2041. Don't forget you can call in, share your views, share your concerns this morning. There's probably an issue you want to talk about. Yeah, I'm not going to leave 2024 without getting that particular issue off my mind. I probably been losing some sleep about it for the last couple of days or last couple of weeks, last couple of months, and for some reason I was unable to speak about it. Maybe you feel at ease now that you want to talk about it. Feel free to do it on the program this morning. 435-2041. The lines are opened. As usual, I want to say good morning to all of the drivers on the nation's roads. Good morning to you. Certainly hope all is well with everyone this morning. And as you drive along, please drive along with that due care and attention. We do have a caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning. So how are you doing?
Not too bad. There's always a saying, yes. Don't say bad. Don't say bad. I'm doing good.
Yeah. The building, the former cable and wireless building.
Yes.
That the police, I'm not sure if they move into it as yet, right? But they have a big sign on it, mark criminal records. And I don't think that sign is very appropriate. I mean, everyone who go in there is a criminal.
So true. Well, I guess it's related to the records for, if you're going to get the records. I understand where you're coming from. So this is why I'm highlighting it.
Can they look for a more friendly name? Mm-hmm. Maybe just records or thing, but then when you go in, there will be different department, like maybe police, or maybe they could call it police records. But then to say criminal record,
you could be directed within the building to that particular department or so. If you go within the building.
Yes, I don't like that name that is splashed big and bold in front of the criminal record. I mean,
I get where you're coming from. Sometimes it's just the perception that others may have just by you walking in there. I understand. All right, man. Thanks a whole lot. 445-2041. That's interesting. That's interesting. 445-2041. We have 8 minutes moving on after the 9 o'clock hour already. Once again, before I took the call, I was saying good morning to the drivers on the nation's roads. Good morning to you. And I beg of you to drive along with that due care and attention. Of course, be courteous to other drivers. You know, sometimes a little road rage kicks in at times, but be courteous to the drivers. Look out for the pedestrians who may be walking along the nation roads also. Show them some courtesy also. Caller your life. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Maybe if I could make a suggestion with the same thing about criminal record, they could put criminal on a dash and records. So then people would have to interpret it any way they want. But if they put it like what the minister said, it seems appropriate. Now, let me tell you this. I have listened to many people, and I always say I'm not educated. I have a little sense. Recently, and previously, I've heard things like that. Pedestrian walking. What do pedestrian mean? In fact, these are people that we have trying to educate or re-educate the people. And when you talk about those things, they have a tendency to trying to victimize you. This is what I've heard. And bear in mind, I don't want to say when, but recently, quite recently, pedestrian walking. What do pedestrians do? They run or they fly? Okay. And when, in fact, I've tried to correct many mistakes for the past years. As for example, I'll give many examples. I won't go into it. It's time that those who have been placed to educate us or to re-educate us do what is right and look into what they are saying. Thank you very much.
Have a good morning, sir. 435-2041, 435-2041. I have someone saying, good morning, all the best for 2025. I know, of course, I have missed the info on Cuban donation. Could you please announce it again? I will try to get that information. I also agree to call it. There should be a board as you enter the building, giving direction to the different departments. 435-2041. It's the number if you want to get on the program this morning. It's an open line here on To The Point. You have the option also of course, sending your messages via the WhatsApp if you prefer to do it that way, or you can call in 435-2041. That's the number. 10 minutes after the hour this morning. Those of you who are, of course, at home and you're listening, let me say good morning to you. Those of you who are getting some chores taken care of, probably it's your laundry day today. Some folks say, they don't want to get into the new year with any dirty laundry or the stuff like that, so they're probably taking care of that today. May not have the time tomorrow. Tomorrow being the final day of the year. So if you plan on taking care of the laundry today, make sure everything is clean going into the new new year 2025. You plan on doing that today. Good. And you, of course, you have Classic Radio and GBN TV to keep you company as you take care of the necessary chores around the house. Could you be, or maybe you are sweeping up around the yard or doing something with the sort around the house. Good morning to you, and thanks for making Classic Radio, GBN TV your choice. Let's move along this morning. Once again, open line this morning. Let's hear from you. Your views, your concerns that you may have, an issue you may like to speak of. Once it's of relevance, you can feel free to do so on today's program. And let me say good morning to, of course, and happy belated birthday greetings going out to Jadine. Yes, my daughter celebrated her 21st birthday yesterday. Yeah, I know she's probably mad at me shouting her name out on the radio, but good morning to you, and happy belated birthday greetings going out to her. We do have another caller. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I hope that new building that the police are moving into, they make that law library available to the whole nation for information and knowledge that they should keep secret. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one. 435-2041, 435-2041. It's an open line this morning. We seem like we're going to have an interesting morning here so far. We're moving down. 12 minutes after the hour here on the program this morning. We have our first break coming up shortly. And I'm here with you until it's 10 a.m. this morning. And it's of course today, and we do have another program tomorrow. Should I say the final one for 2024 will be tomorrow, and then we're stepping to 2025. Hey folks, let's take that break. When we come back, we of course will certainly entertain more of your calls here on the program this morning, hearing from you listeners and viewers in terms of course issues that may have been concerned to you, and let's certainly hear from you when we come back after the break. Don't touch it out.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
For 30 years, we've been driven by a commitment to our customers and to continuously improving our standards of quality.
Through every success and challenge, your support remains unwavering.
That loyalty has inspired us to listen, learn, and return with a renewed commitment.
We've taken important steps to ensure that your health and safety remain top priority.
And each bottle is a reflection of our promise to deliver the highest standards of quality.
As we move forward, we want to thank you for always standing by us.
We are honored and extremely grateful to be back. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and cheers to 30 more years.
Responsible, no sticky hands, no counterfeit, no more fighting, no drinking and driving. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, we don't want no crime. This Christmas time, bring in the guns, the knife, the cutlass, all the weapons. Christmas is the time for loving. I, Super Flint, endorse this one to the fullest. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. No crime, no crime, no crime, no crime, no crime.
Let peace be the trend, a season of love and goodwill to all men.
Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back, viewers. It's to the point. It's Monday, the 30th day of December, 2024. We're looking at it just approximately 18 minutes after the hour this morning. On today's program, folks, it's an open line this morning, which means you listeners and viewers have the option of calling, sharing your views and your concerns on the program this morning. You have the option of also calling, of course, calling via the WhatsApp, or you can have a message via the WhatsApp. You can also, of course, make a comment via the Facebook comment section. Feel free to do so if you prefer to do it in that particular way, and I will certainly read it out for you. So once again, the lines are open. Let's go to the phone line. We do have a caller on the line. Let's see how the caller has to contribute this morning. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes, sir. The old library adjacent to Hubbard buildings, to me, is very, very hazardous to the public, well, drivers as well as pedestrians. I didn't say pedestrian that are walking, pedestrian. Now, when I look at it, should in case a few tiles come out from the building and injured somebody or injured people or break somebody's windshield and kill them, who is responsible? I should think the government has a right to either demolish the building or possibly repair it immediately. Please don't go and say I'm against the government, Not you, everyone, anybody. Because as soon as you talk things that are right, people put you on the other side. Because they're fighting for the bread and butter, as they say. So I'm complaining because it could happen to me. I could be damaged by these bricks because I think they fall, but they are not. People never been injured, possible as yet. Or if they injured, suffered injury, they don't even know what to do. So the government or who in charge of the library, possible, could be sued. And it's time that whoever in charge or whoever responsible for it get on their laurels, get off their laurels, and do what is right to be done. I expect it to be repaired as soon as possible or broken down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good morning yourself. 435-2041, 435-2041. Open line this morning here on the program, folks. It's an opportunity for you to call in, share your views, share your concerns. But if there's a particular issue you may like to see resolved before the end of 2024, you could do that. Or you may like to say there's something in particular that you would like to see done in 2025. If it's possible, feel free to do so also. Let's go to the WhatsApp. There's someone making a contribution to the program via WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning to the GBN family. I would like to echo my concerns about the boats that are moored along the Carenage. They have their ropes tied across the walking path. Really, of course, wishing that the authorities will do something about that and provide a better accommodation. Let me get that moved up. A better accommodation that will be safe for the walking path, and those ropes, of course, are to trip. Could maybe trip you, and it could be hazardous. Let's go to the, of course, WhatsApp caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm listening to this guy talking about pedestrian. A pedestrian is a person walking or running. Or if you're on a wheelchair and you cannot walk physically, you're a pedestrian. What is the big argument about what is a pedestrian? In heavy traffic, where vehicle passing, and if you cross,
I guess we lost that caller there. Also, double dose of the loss this morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. Don't forget you have the option of calling via the WhatsApp and also via our direct line. Let's go back to the direct line this morning. Your live caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you and
morning,
to
sir.
all our followers. Well, God has taken us through the penultimate day of 2024. For many of us, there may have been trials, ups and downs, but we are here, and we must be grateful for that. And I want to wish you and the GBN family and all our followers and the country as a whole, including the diaspora, a wonderful and blessed 2025. Quickly, before I make my point, I heard the previous caller was speaking about pedestrians. And there's 2 points I want to just emphasize here, because I do walk as well. First of all, many folks don't seem to understand there is a correct side of the road to walk, which is the right side of the road. If If you keep on the right side of the road, you'll face the oncoming traffic. By this I mean the traffic that's coming towards your side. If you walk on the left side, the vehicle that's coming to your side will be behind you. So you can't see it. You have to be guessing how close it is to you. Many people don't seem to understand that. And even the folks who train the new police recruits, they don't seem to understand that. Once I asked him if they suddenly become automobiles once they get on the road. So they keep left. But it is very unsafe when you're walking and you cannot see, you know how far the vehicles that are coming to you are from you. Secondly, and it's probably a good thing for young women when they're walking at night or in darkness to wear black so that they don't detect it from far away. But to me, it is very unsafe. You must always have something that can highlight you so that motorists can see you easily. I never walk without a safety vest. Never. Some people are black from head to toe. And we have very poorly lit streets. And I don't know, it's a very dangerous thing, especially if you're walking in an area where it's frequented by vehicles. Now, quickly, my substantive point. This morning on the earlier program, there was someone who called about the NIS. Apparently she said she lived many years in Canada. And she was pleading that all pensioners should receive at least $1,000 from the NIS. Well, I mean, this is not really practical. In Canada, people who work there know how much they contribute towards the pension. I mean, a sizable amount of what you earn is taken back in taxes for social services and your pension. The NIS is a contributory scheme, and the money belongs to those who have paid the contributors. So if you haven't paid, you cannot get anything more. Interestingly, on Friday, there was this debate in the Parliament about the pension reform. I was shocked to hear politicians, trade unionists arguing that it is so unfair to workers to ask them to pay 3%. Now, GT, if you're working for minimum wage, let's say $1,200, you live from paycheck to paycheck, it's difficult for you to save as much as you may want to save. People say you must believe in thrift and you must find a way of saving, but it's hard, very hard. Now, someone is saying to you, if you put away $36 every month, $36 out of the $1,200, I will match it and give you another $36. So you can have $70 put aside for when you get older and can't work. Now, how is that so unfair to workers? You asked to put away 3%, $36. Some people go and they spend $36. We know things are hard, and it's harder even to save when things are hard. But $36 won't kill you. And you put in aside $36 to get $72. Now, tell me, how ridiculous can we be as politicians and as trade unionists who are supposed to be looking after our workers? We understand about the need for consultation and a lot of what-if questions, hypotheticals, and so. But how can you tell me it's unreasonable to encourage somebody to save $36 and to get $72 at the end of every month? I'm baffled. Have a good day, and we wish everyone a wonderful 2025.
All right, I appreciate your contribution this morning, so have a good day yourself.
You're most welcome.
All right. 435-2041. I think we do have a caller via the WhatsApp. If that caller is there, still caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. I'm noticing some. Good morning. Let's hear from you. Good morning.
Yes, I have a deep concern for one group of people in our.
Caller, are you there? See, we may have lost the caller there for some reason. Seem we'd be having a little connection issues with the WhatsApp this morning. Our apology for that. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right. How are you this morning, sir?
Not too bad. You say get whatever it is you have off your chest.
Let's hear from you this morning.
Right. You see, I don't like the back and forth with the callers on the program at times. Like callers, they seem to know everything. So from the time you call and you make your substantive contributions, they're waiting to pick up the phone and criticize or make their comment, however. Now, one caller said, and you were speaking in particular about a certain street in St. George's by in the library area and about falling debris. Isn't that a one-way street, my brother?
Yes, it is.
Going to the tunnel isn't a one-way street?
It is, yes.
Certain parts of Halifax and wherever is a one-way street? So no matter which side of the road you are on walking, traffic would be behind you. I don't understand why some callers don't listen carefully, and they seems to be educated and bright, you know. To me, it seems that they're educated and bright. But I want to leave that day for now. Have a wonderful...
You too, sir. Have a good one, and all the best. If we don't speak again, all the best for 2025.
Thank you.
Folks, 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's take a peek at this comment via the WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning, GT. I would like the CPA to do something better for 2025 for children with disability. Right now, there is a child badly who was, maybe I think there's a little typo there. There's a child who were badly treated and is now in hospital. If they were doing their job, the child would not have nearly died, and that's a bit of a concern there. So we hope that will be taken care of. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, GT.
How are you
For the new year, I am well, thanks. For the new year, I would like some attention, more attention. The system would pay more attention to young people.
Mm-hmm.
No. I heard one caller speak about the public library. No, some other people may say, well, that's an old-time thing, people go on to tablet. No, well, we are not saying bring back the public library as it used to be in days of old. We are saying modernize it, okay, to suit the times, because the public library used to be a safe place for children after school, young people used to be there waiting for parents and so on, because there's a mismatch. School will finish at 2:30 and adults will work up to 4. So there's a mismatch there, a little, time that people should pay attention to. We are getting sick and tired of hearing the complaints that they found on rocks behind the stadium, and the system is still not coming up with modern ideas. There was a time we also had the youth center. You know about that on Market Hill there, on the Pontius Street?
Yes, I do know about it. Yes.
Right. So we need to put back things in place so after school, young people can still have uplifting moments. If not, they'll be left alone and get up to a lot of mischief. And we are kind of shaping our young people in a wrong way. They are going to be the workforce. Yes, they are going to be on the job. So if we are not mindful of how we shape them now, as one woman on a program at Stanford Simon say, woe unto Grenada when they are in control. You understand? When they start forming the government and so, yeah? So we need to pay attention to what we are doing, what systems are in place for young people to have uplifting moments after school. We don't want to continue hearing about these complaints that the police running them out of town and this and that. No.
But Kola, would you think there will be an issue in terms of grabbing the attention of young people wanting to use these facilities again?
Well, you see, exactly that, because they are trained badly. But there are still some younger ones behind that we can grab and take control of. You understand?
All right.
Because we have been training them badly for a long time. So they're kind of like a lost cause. But there are still, because imagine, girls would fight in town in their school uniform. That was unheard of. Imagine convent girls will be fighting in public. Convent girls will be fighting in public. I mean, so it's a lost cause there, but we have to start focusing now on the younger ones. Yeah, from since pre-primary school, we have to kind of start shaping our young people again.
You know, I don't always agree with the bad training that some folks may say that parents are not training their children. You know, I think lots of parents do, but then there are youngsters who develop their own mindsets.
That's why I said the system.
Yeah.
I said the system to look at it broadly.
Yeah.
Because parents do try. They do try. But look at this scenario. There might be a single parent who has to. She's probably a caregiver in another home, right? So the other people in the other home have to get to work for 8. Her children, she has to leave home by 7 to get to the other people's home by 8. Yeah, and her children are left there alone. She may tell them, give them a hug, give them a kiss, and say, put on your clothes and go to school. But she's not there to see that.
So they're left unattended. Yeah.
All these things we have to pay attention to. The children they may get up, she may say, your breakfast on the table. They may not eat. You know? So we have to kind of pay attention to all these things to see if it's now necessary for schools to give a breakfast. You know? When the children reach to school, give them a breakfast. We have to kind of look at the system that our young people are growing up in. Yes?
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your contribution as always. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be part of the program this morning. We have an open line on the program. You can call in via the WhatsApp. You can call direct. And let's take another caller. Let's hear the contribution of this caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. A pleasant morning to your listening audience and all the best for the new year. Gidi, listen to this. Grenada has the most amount of public playing field, recreational field in the Caribbean based on our size. Grenada have the most amount of community centers, in the Caribbean based on our size. When you look at 90% of them, if not more, all of them are underutilized. Some of them is not utilized at all. So sometimes there are certain, I'm looking at that in terms of when I was growing up, where we used to have to play and the condition of the ground.
But the distractions was different back then, eh? Remember that?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, sports nowadays is a big money making thing for people who are interested in that field. What I'm saying is that how come they are so underutilized, man? Now, the other thing is that, GT, when people voted for permanency, when people voted, you understand, for the stroke of a pen in the first year as soon as possible, when you come now with a different plan, I believe a different plan that is less than what you promise, I believe that my representative have a responsibility to get as much as possible out of you, because you already break the agreement that we have, and I'm just trying now, to go back to the people who I represent, to tell them, ABC. So I have to try to get as much as possible out of you. You never tell me about I put in $36 and you put in $36. That was never the agreement. Last but not least, quickly here, sir. When we look at the Caribbean and the wider region, all the other countries, all of these countries who are democratic, we abide by the democratic principles of governance. The only country that is not democratic, as we will say, is Cuba. But how these people have made so much lips and bungs in different fields, medicine, vaccine, education, agriculture. How come there was, and they did all of that with a 60-year embargo? Things that these so-called democratic areas did not had access to. The financial institution that the democratic world have access to, they did not. How they was able to do all of that, develop the human resources in ways that we cannot even come close to. Where they are, we're talking about putting things in place now that hopefully we will get there. I'm not saying that we should adapt, you understand, the system of government that the Cubans have. But there are things we could learn and put in place. Like, for example, sir, why education is still something in Grenada we have to pay for? You understand? The students, generally speaking, when I balance it out, them could pay a large part of their own, tuition. By what? By the powers that be putting things in place. So when you're a secondary school student, you will go and do your chores, the couple of hours chores in an area of discipline that you are studying. So if you need, if it's medicine in the hospital thing, whatever, you will place in that environment. If it's teaching, you will be, you will be doing your chores in this environment. Literally, you will be almost paying for your education to an extent, just to make sure that at the end of it, there are things in place so you just don't run away. I hope I make some sense, sir. Have a pleasant
Thank you.
day.
Have a good day yourself, sir, and all best wishes goes out to you. And I think the key word here that should come in is discipline. Folks in countries as Cuba and so forth, I think the key word there, the people are disciplined, so that's why they may have accomplished a lot that they have. We drew for a break. Let's take it. When we come back, we entertain more of your calls here on the program this morning, the open line here on the program this morning. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Grenada to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Looking to take your business to new heights? Advertise with GPN on our social media platforms and get noticed by our 138,000 plus followers. Reach a massive engaged audience ready to connect with your brand. No matter your business size, GPN is here to help you grow. Contact us today at admin@gpn.gd or WhatsApp 407-8458 to get started.
Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back to our viewers here on Classic Radio GBN TV. It's To The Point. It's Monday, the 30th day of December. And we have an open line this morning on the program. Let's go back to the phone line and say good morning to a caller. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Morning, GT, and morning to everyone.
Good morning. How are you? It's been a little bit. How are you this morning?
I make sure I'm not being too well, and also other channels, like for instance, I didn't have access to radio until a few days ago.
Okay.
For the last 2 months.
All right, understandably so.
And I thank the good soul who helped me to get access again. Anyway, in fact, I also want to say thank you to the people I understood, because folks have contacted me and said, folks were inquiring about my general well-being and so on. Thank you for being interested in my welfare.
All right.
And my well-being for continuing life. There's a few points I want to make before we end the year. One, GT, I think I suggested that to you last year.
At the end of the year, maybe you can go through the programs and see what are some of the pertinent issues, not the irrelevant one, the pertinent issues that people have raised over the year, and whether some of them being addressed as much as possible. Then also, maybe in the coming year, you could have more, like using your program, have more interaction with citizens, not just with the business people or the officials and so on who would come on your program, but have citizens, and I don't want to use the word prominent, but productive citizens who could help to share and inspire more, I would say, involvement of people. Because I hope that we learn the lesson from Beryl, the lessons, and also the floods in November. You know, there are people who try to ridicule me and others when we spoke about the futility of that sugarcane company that came here. And people are saying, well, they're providing employment, blah, blah, blah. What have happened since then is that that company have altered the landscape of Grenada, the ecology. They've changed the relationship with people and the land. So, and then they're just left like that. So we have to be mindful and listen to those who know and not just, dismiss them. Because part of the flooding we had and also the effect of in the north would have been as a result of the deforestation that happened in participating that company. It is not exclusively that, but that would have contributed. And then the flooding in November. The problem with heat. We are having more problem with heat because we have deforested large areas of Grenada. We have to remember that Grenada should be considered as a forest in its totality. So every tree that we dislodge or we destroy is going to be impact on us. So I hope that we learn the lesson. And then also that we will understand that the capitalist, individualistic, selfish me, I, and my whoever, it cannot bring us to salvation as far as in relation to the climate crisis that we are facing. And there are those who are going around and saying, well, people putting things in the atmosphere to induce the weather. This is not the issue. The issue is that the climate has been fractured because of the use of fossil fuel, mainly, not the only one. And we need to cut back on that. But unfortunately, the majority of people in Grenada, regardless of the religion, political, educational, would welcome the production of oil and gas here, which we should say no. While we are touting, climate smart and all that kind of thing, we should stay away from that and find alternatives. And countries like Cuba and China and India and so on, we could ask them to help us to go renewable. And so, but we need to have conversation. We need to have dialogue. We need to listen to one another and help each other be elevated to more consciousness. Finally, the issue of reading. And I'm glad one of your callers mentioned the library. One of the evils that resulted from the lack of library is that kids, people who, in general, especially the young, who would have had access to the library and had a purpose to do something in the afternoon or even in the morning, they have nothing like when we build a stadium, we remove the possibility of many villagers, whether it's on Fontenot, Cherry Hill, Dabo, and other places, from having that secure place where they could go and play. Similarly, the library went, and we've been told years and years that he's coming back. So we have to ensure, or at least urge the authorities to speed up the process, because that one of the things that would help to curb the social deviance of our young people. I was on a webinar on Saturday to mark Kwanzaa with some folks in the United States. and the lead speaker was lamenting that the problem with African Americans, and I thought with Americans in general and also here more particularly, is that they don't read. We don't read. We need to read. Read to keep your brain cell alive. People say if you read too much, you're going to get crazy. That's from the colonial era where they frighten us and in fact used to kill if they see any enslaved person reading. Thank you very much, and I wish everyone...
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
I wish everyone a happy and successful New Year. Thank you.
And the same goes out to you, sir. Have a good one. 445-2041. We have 13 minutes coming up, moving up, I should say, before the top 10. We wrap at 10 this morning here on the program. Let's go back to the phone line. We have another caller. Caller, you are live. Good morning.
Good morning, GT. How are you doing?
I am doing A-OK this morning. What about you?
I'm all right.
All right.
I want to say this morning, long live Deacon Mitchell. Long live Deacon Mitchell, forever, backward never, my brother. For the past 2 years, you to make one person happy, all you get to. And I know for sure thousands of people happy with the way you all treat them for the past 2 years. I pray God will bless all you and continue to do the best for the people of this country. I want to agree with Mr. Bonner concerning the pension. You see, people in this country suffer so bad with their own homegrown bank, the cop bank, where they put all their little savings in it, and they don't get back nothing. You see, who young now go get old tomorrow? The government asking you to put 3% of your savings, and they put in some for you to get. Why we have to find fault with that? Just even though Deacon Mitchell leaves politics, your money ain't going nowhere. No. You getting back your money when the time comes. So I feel this is a good thing. Look, GT. You know how much work people work? Huh? And today they're receiving, some people receiving, including me, $185, and when the month carries 5 Monday, you get $200. Come on, what's the cost of living, right? So these people, they will receive that, they will receive more. So I find this is a good agenda for the people. And before I go calling, this one is for the Ministry of Health. I would like to see you all in the new year. Give workers a locker. You see, when people cry tears on the workplace where they work in, it's not a good sight. This is like a blight falling on me. You see, everybody hospital and I'm hearing too much of cries. People going in people's bag and thief their money. They're not thiefing at 20, they're cleaning out the person. When these people and them cry, you think their tears going to fall just so? So I want the ministry and give camera, put camera in the ward, so if people see when you go in where you are right to go, they know who go, and when you come in, they see where you are to come up with. Because people too heartless these days. You can't do your own work at that. They don't say I like politics. Yes, I'm happy to like politics, but thank God, nobody can say I go in the bag and see what belonging to them. So, GT, have a good day.
You too, have a lovely day. And if we don't speak again, all the best for 2025. All right. Good. Folks, we due for a break. Let's take it. When we come back, we entertain more of your calls. There's a couple of comments that have been posted via the Facebook and also via WhatsApp. When we come back after the break, we will entertain them, and we're coming right back. Stay with us. Don't touch it out. Let's to the point.
These chefs and mixologists produce their creative best for their biggest party yet. This steel band has been making a difference for over 40 years. An island filled with beauty, a vibrant culture, and an iconic natural attraction. Now, where can this be? It's all next on this station.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Once again, it's to the point, final segment of the program this morning. Let's take this caller before we entertain those comments via the Facebook and WhatsApp. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
To your listeners, I want to wish you and your station all the best for 2025.
Same goes out to you, sir.
Yeah, these programs are very important. Someone made a comment earlier on, and I need to just talk on it a bit. These programs are very informative, but it serves a very good thing for Grenada. It is also educational. So sometimes I may call and make a point, but what I say may not be actually true, or someone outside there who is listening can now call in and correct whatever mistakes I have made. Or if they make a point, someone will want to counter it. All of that is healthy. That is why, I don't know why someone should want to feel that we should not call and critique someone else's contribution. This is healthy. That is how we learn. Some years ago, someone said to me, they never knew that the positions offered to the different prime ministers of CARICOM was not they did not know it was rotational. They felt it was maybe because of your educational background and all of those things. I had to call on the radio and highlight to people the position given to the then Prime Minister by CARICOM was not because he was that bright or he have all the knowledge of whatever. It is something that is done rotational in all of the organizations in the region and internationally. So people will feel when you call and counter certain things, you are trying to bash the other person. But it's also giving information that other people don't even know about. There is another gentleman who made a point. GT, right now the government is building some houses for people. And what they're doing, they are not just building your house for you. They are putting in toilet and bathroom. In the past, the governments used to build the houses or repair the houses, and that was it. This administration have taken the decision that your house, so long as you have the toilet and bath, it will be included. That is a step-up initiative. That is putting you at a standard to out there. What it is wrong when the government of the day had said that they would regularize those persons who are not was appointed by the public service in the public sector. What it is wrong with the government now reviewing the whole thing and making it holistic, more comprehensive, in that those people have never gotten a letter. So they don't have any, the Public Service Commission is not responsible for them. So they will not receive a pension. They are not entitled to go under the pension that was there by the other existing public officers now. So the government had to think quickly and create a pension for them so that when they get older, when they reach a stage where they cannot work anymore, that they will receive a benefit. And that pressure, that burden would be relieved from the state. Because the state don't have gold and diamond and gas and oil. We don't have cocoa and banana anymore. Where are we getting the monies to pay those persons who have served the country? They are not qualified because of the system in which they were put into the public spaces. Where are we getting the money to pay them? I mean, I don't know. Some of us have to. The gentleman who was making this point, I think he needs to take out his partisan political blinders and look at the thing most holistically, because it will affect ordinary people who are there now working and have no iota of what will happen to them if there isn't a proper system in place to deal with them when they finish working. Let us, people, come on, people. It may not be happening to you, but it's happening to some other person's child. Let us be fair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Best wishes goes out to you, sir. All the best. We do have another caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, good morning. You're live. Good morning, WhatsApp caller. Good morning. Guess we lost that caller there. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yeah, GT, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing this morning? Not bad. Not bad at all. How are you? Good morning to you, caller. Let's try another caller here. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. How you doing, brother?
Not bad. Not too bad at all. Good morning to you. I keep saying that word bad. I sometimes I try to not use it. They say you should never put bad in when you speak. Anyway, good morning. Right. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. You know there's a state of emergency in Trinidad, right?
Yes, I have, of course, saw that notice out a while ago, yeah.
And you know we are so close to Trinidad, we should be on alert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because most
it could have that. It could always have that trickle-on effect on us also, in terms of those who traffic and so forth can have a bit of an effect on them.
Yeah. Hope our authorities down here are really on guard because it's serious. And secondly, my boy, is that in St. Patrick's, I've seen that tomato price is $10 a pound. I guess in St. George's is more. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm not usually the one that goes out and do the shopping for those things, so I don't pay the attention to the pricing. No.
Okay, but I hope people that was championing the cause to close down marketing board and leaving the vendors in charge understand what they were doing. Because when you have a free market like that, prices are going to be sky high for product. And that is happening right now.
All right.
You have farmers that turn vendors also. So the thing turn old mass now, basically. You know? So who was calling on the government to close on marketing board, going to all on consultation and saying close it down and close it down and close it down? They're reaping the benefit right now of their actions.
All right.
Yeah? So I hope they're happy now because the farmers are a bit happier because they get more for the product right now. But you're talking about them who have to pay more now. So I hope they're happy now. Have a nice day, brother.
You too, man. All the best. Same to you. Let's take another caller via WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, good morning. You're live.
GT, seems like you're having some problem with
there's a little bit
the
of
internet. Anyway,
connection problems. Go right ahead, please.
Happy belated birthday to Sharon Bartholomew. Yesterday was her birthday, so I want to wish her all the best for 2025. And I'm looking forward to great things in 2025 online where we all meet and communicate. Have a blessed day, Jyoti.
All right. Same goes out to you. All right, folks, we may be able to accept one more call, and when we do take that final one, if it comes really quickly, I think we may be able to take, let's take this final caller and take a wrap for today's program. Caller, you're live. Good morning. You're my final caller for the morning. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for taking my call. How are you doing?
We're doing pretty well. How are you this morning?
Yes, I am there. Not too well, but I am trusting in the Lord. You all have been a very great source of inspiration and enlightening to us as a people for the year and the years, which I am thankful, and I want to wish you all God's richest blessings and many improvements, because there is times when I hear certain things like the music and things like that. It's giving a two kind of messages, which it does disturb me. But we just have to try in part of life to better our way, to please God most of all, and not just people. I want to encourage us as a nation this morning that we look to the Lord. We have been through this year. It was a trying year all around the world, but even in our nation, we have seen so much in all areas of life. We have experienced a lot, but in spite of what, we have seen the goodness and the hand of Almighty God upon us as a people. And let us be grateful to God. Let us turn our lives over to the Lord. Let us accept Him as our Lord and Savior. save your people, because the Lord is coming. In spite of what is happening, don't let us lose that sight of the coming of the Lord. Give our life to the Lord Jesus Christ. Get saved, serve the Lord. Let us run to the churches where there is good teaching, so that we could learn of Him and become the people and the nation that God would have us to be. May God bless everyone and have a blessed and a prosperous 2025.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jesus, thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, folks, that was my final caller for the morning. I want to thank everyone who contributed towards today's program. You called in, you've sat at home, you listened, you viewed. I did promise to, of course, read some of the comments, but sometimes time just doesn't permit for me to do so. It's already a little bit after 10 a.m. this morning. So until another edition of To The Point will be tomorrow, most likely will be our final one for the year 2024 tomorrow. You could join me then. Until, folks, have a good one. That's what we say. Goodbye.